Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with a Total War Warhammer video. Today we're going to do something quite different. We're going to talk about the mods that should have been baseline features in the Total War Warhammer series. So without further ado, let's begin. It's no secret that I love the Total War Warhammer series, with over 3,000 hours of playtime and hundreds if not thousands of hours worth of YouTube content produced in this channel. There's no question about the fact that I am hooked onto this series. But even I know that there are some glaring issues, mostly features that should have been included in the base game, stuff that has yet to be implemented by the developers but has been by community modders. Some of these things do vary quite drastically, from something quite minor, for example weather mechanics, to something incredibly large, the perfect example here being unique battle maps. Now before we start looking at the missing features and the mods you can download to actually have them, the Total War modding community, not just for Warhammer, is absolutely massive. And obviously I won't be able to cover everything or else this video would be way too long. However, if you guys have any suggestions or anything new pops up, I will update a list in the comments below. Secondly, any features or mods are not in any particular order of preference in this video, but rather what I'm finding at the time of writing this script. And lastly, some of these mods could have some underlying issues, but we'll highlight them in this video. Firstly, and probably the most important one to me personally, is the lack of unique maps. How often do you fire up a campaign, maybe a new one or one that you've been playing for quite some time now, and have gotten so bored with the battle system that you've either started auto-resolving battles wherever you could, or just decided to either put the campaign to rest for a while, or maybe even just completely forget about it? Basic settlement maps don't exist, field battles were pretty much all reskinned from each other, and well, you know, sieges. I mean, when is it the last time a siege battle has popped up for you and you've actually gone, oh boy, a siege battle? And yes, I am aware that the sieges are going to get updated in Total War Warhammer 3, but why is it that they've been so bad for 2/3 of the lifespan of this series? Especially when other Total War games, even ones released during the lifespan of the Warhammer series, including Three Kingdoms and Thrones of Britannia, had so many unique looking maps. It's not like there's a lack of source material. Warhammer Fantasy is absolutely massive and has always had a decent amount of source material in the form of dioramas, sketches, artwork and so on to represent various towns and cities throughout the known world. This has always been my biggest issue with the game, mostly because it makes extended play sessions rather boring. Thankfully there is a mod for that, GCCM, also known as Gran Campaign Custom Maps. This is a mod series comprised of a large amount of different modders dedicated to bringing new life to your Warhammer campaigns. So much has been added into this mod that it would be impossible to list everything without spending at least an hour dedicated to just this mod. But just to cover them in brief, they've added in new battle maps, settlement maps which actually look like settlements and camps, and most importantly, a massive amount of unique castles, strongholds and so on. No more generic siege battles. Sieges look and feel unique. It is important to note that the AI can be quite lacking when it comes to these custom siege battles, but that is an AI issue, not a modder issue. Honestly, this is one mod that I can't play without, especially when it comes to late game, where practically every faction has access to walls, meaning that you'll be forced into sieges quite a lot. Next is the lack of unit formations. Yes, some units do have a form of unit formation, mostly that of the Bretonnian Horse Cavalry, and Warhammer Fantasy Tabletop itself did remove unit formations in later editions, but it made sense to remove it in the tabletop as they wanted to streamline the rules a little bit, and well, it took too long to set up the models in different formations. This is a Total War game though, and the lack of unit formations is becoming rather concerning. Yes, you can technically form them up in different ways by just clicking on the unit and then right clicking and just moving them around, but this is usually in just a line formation or box formation. There's nothing too unique about this. Thankfully, there is a mod for this simply titled Unit Formations, and it does exactly what the name suggests. If you want your battles to feel like they've got a bit more life to them, go and download this mod right now. Next is a feature in regards to Confederation. Have you ever confederated with another legendary lord faction and have realized that the AI have randomly placed skill points? Sometimes even so badly that you might even be locked from getting some actual important skills or even stuff that is specifically tied to that character because of this. We should be able to respec any characters that we may acquire through Confederation. Why should we be punished for the AI's random stupidity? The mod shown on screen right now is the perfect fix to that. Please bear in mind, as far as I've seen, it does work, it's just the mod author hasn't updated the name in a while. Alternatively, there is the one button respec mod, just in case you've ever realized mid to late game that you've completely spec'd your legendary characters the wrong way. Believe me, even sometimes I make this mistake. Or I accidentally set the wrong skills in general. Climate penalties are completely ridiculous. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. Honestly, I don't even understand why this was even implemented. And no, the supposed argument of it being lore-friendly is not the case. I've spent many years reading Warhammer Fantasy lore, and there's nothing that says that dwarves don't settle in fields, or humans don't settle in mountains, and so on. I understand that this could have been implemented to slow down player expansion, but if it only works for the player and not for the AI, it just seems kind of broken. And yeah, it's a stupid feature, I'm sorry, this needs to be removed. Does Total War Warhammer seem too bright to you? Because it just feels like your army is just marching out to get mojitos instead of going out to war. This is a series of games based on a grim dark fantasy setting, yet it is extremely bright. Thankfully, we have the mod known as Ultimate Lighting plus Night Battles equals Weather Overhaul. This mod adds in rain, cloud, snow, and a bunch of other weather effects to actually make each battle feel unique. Just some basic weather changes can change how a battle feels. You might be fighting in the same map over and over, but it's not going to be always sunny all the time. The fact that no weather changes have been implemented into the Total War Warhammer series is absolutely disappointing. I mean, it's a fully fleshed out fantasy world, but it's not sunny all the time. Weather changes are important, especially for immersion. These were our picks for the mods that should have been baseline features for the Total War Warhammer series. Are there any that we may have missed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and let's start a bit of a discussion. You may have noticed that we didn't mention big mods such as the Steel and Faith Overhaul. And yes, a lot of stuff from SFO should have been implemented into the base game of Total War Warhammer, but we feel that this video deserves a part 2 completely dedicated to just SFO. So we'll have that out hopefully very soon. Apologies for the short video today guys, I am working on a few big projects at the moment and it's requiring a lot of my time, but we'll be back to our usual video format very soon with some new lore videos too. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various different social media links such as Facebook, Instagram and Discord, where you can get in contact with the Great Book team. Also in the description section below is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Using our special link and also the special code, which is also in the description below, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons, your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A special thank you to Ryan Bertsche and Gibraltar LUSC for subscribing to us at our Fame level, you guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule and VSVasan for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you guys enough. The money earned from Patreon is going directly back into the channel, slowly upgrading little bits and bobs, just trying to get to a higher level of content for you guys. And a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing and commenting on these videos. The support has been insane lately and honestly we can't be more than excited. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again and we shall see you all again very soon. Have a good day.